if you like mystery boxes, you're in for a treat because I can't remember what I bought. We're going to open this up and see what's inside, but I legitimately cannot remember. I threw this box in with a stack of literally dozens of boxes that I purchased over the last couple months. And because I just haven't been able to film as regularly these last couple months, that I just don't remember what is what. And all I know is that this is from Excelsior Slabs. He is a seller on Elite Instagram, or Elite Comics 11 on Instagram. So he does live sales. So check him out. Ali, super cool guy. Both the Ali from Elite Comics 11 and the Ali from Excelsior Slabs, both named Ali. But yeah, go figure. But Elite Comics 11 is my favorite consigner on Instagram, and Excelsior Slabs ran the live sale, and I bought books from him, and I don't remember what they are. But yeah, if you don't buy books on Instagram already or know about the comic book community on Instagram, you definitely should check it out. Look at this video. I talk about my favorite places to buy graded comic books, and spoiler alert, Instagram is on the list. So I think this is a mix of raw and graded books. We'll have to find out. Yeah, that looks like a graded book. So, box is going bye-bye. And let's start with this box first, because I'm assuming these are raw comic books. Yes, they are. Now, don't ask me what I paid for these, because I can't find the message on what I paid for these either. I just don't have any information on it. I don't know why. It got lost in the ether. But yeah, look, I got a bundle of books, raw books. So let's check it out. Since I didn't know what was in here, I didn't have a chance to, realize what is going to be in here or to prepare. So we're going to find out as we go what books I bought, because I also don't know that I knew everything that was in here, because this looks like a bundle, and I think I might have just bought it as a bundle without knowing all the exact issues in here, just because it was. I think, if I'm right, I bought this for like the bundle for like $120, $125. And it was just too cheap not to buy, even though I didn't know exactly what was in it, I think. If I remember right. I might not be, but yeah, it looks like a ton of similar books. So Dell Comics number 40, Walt Disney's Donald Duck. So first of all, Disney book. This is in rough shape. I would say that this is, really poor condition. We got pieces missing out of the top corner here. We also got a piece missing out of that corner. We've got all kinds of, we got pieces missing out of all the corners. That corner, we got a piece missing out of that corner. We also got water damage. We got chipping along the edge of the book. So very low grade, but I don't buy these to grade them. I buy these to read them because I love Disney books and I love reading them with my kids. So yeah, this will be fun. Let us go to the next book. It is going to be, this one is, again, not a great grade either, but it's Dell Comics number 42, Walt Disney's Donald Duck. Sense of theme. Donald Duck is my favorite of the Fab Five characters by a mile. I just love Donald Duck. I've loved him since I was a kid. This one has major water damage, if you can see here on the spine. Let me see if I can get a better angle on it. My lighting, water damage and then rusted staple. Also rusted staple at the top. You can see both staples very rusted. So that's going to knock the grade a bunch, as well as the water damage. There's also chipping and a messed up corner and the color fade. You see that's also probably from the water damage. And then just overall, color breaking creases all over the comic. But again, it's a reader copy, and that's what we're going to be doing. So for those of you who say I don't read the books, shame on you. I read comic books. I don't just buy CGC. Okay, Dell Comics number 703. These are all 10 centers, I think, so far. Yeah, all 10 centers. Walt Disney's Scamp. I don't know why they call it Scamp instead of Lady and the Tramp, but it's Lady and the Tramp. Now this one, much better condition as far as compared to the other two. Obviously still not great. It would be on the lower end because we've got lots of color breaking creasing along the spine, but no big major chips or water damage that I see. There is some staining going along on the outside edge of the book. So if you can pick that up on the camera, yeah, see the staining there in the corner and along the edge there. But still, you know, nice for a reader copy and a good presenting cover as far as, you know, good colors, no major chips out, no major sections out. So I'll take it. This is going to be another Walt Disney Scamp. This is, I don't know the number on this one. It doesn't say on the front, but it's from 1960. It's a Dell Comics Walt Disney Scamp. So this one looks like much better copy though. This one I would say mid-grade, like I would say 5 maybe, 5.0, 5.5. Yeah, because we do have a tear here in the bottom corner here, like right there. But other than that, yeah, the black is very deep. We do have color breaking ticks, but you would expect that on a mid or low grade book. Yeah, this is easily the best condition book by far that we've seen. I would take them. Well, I kind of want to take some of them out, but I don't want to take all of them out because otherwise this video will be 100 million years long. But I will take this one out since it is such better condition. I would be nervous about the other ones just, you know, on the fly taking them out. I don't want to damage them more than they already are damaged. So, but yeah, here we go on the spine. You can see some of the color breaking spine ticks there, but overall very glossy, in very good condition. I would say as far as, you know, compared to the other ones, mid-grade for sure on this one. Here's the back cover. I like that they have advertisements for kids on the back. You know, my kids really enjoy that. You want to buy a bike? My girls are learning to ride right now, so I'm sure they'll enjoy that. Okay. I think that 14? Is that issue number 14? I don't know. We'll find out. Here's a gold key. This one is number 301, gold key 301. This is Walt Disney, Huey, Dewey, and Louie, and the Junior Woodchucks. Yeah, because you've seen this book before. Maybe you have. This is a Disney bundle, clearly. So if you're like me, you're a massive Disney fan. Any Disney fans out there, let me know in the comments. We used to own Disney Vacation Club. So we used to go to Disney World. We still go to Disney World quite a bit. But we used to stay, we were Animal Kingdom Lodge owners. So we stayed at the Animal Kingdom Lodge when we were DVC owners. But yeah, big spine roll on this book. If you can see, you know, big spine roll. And then there's a big color breaking creases in the corner. And so this one's going to be, yeah, in the color breaking corner up here. This one isn't going to be as low as the water damaged and rusted ones, but not a mid-grade. This one's going to be lower grade copy for sure. But 15 center, so this one's not going to be as old or obviously as rare as the other copies, the other books so far. But yeah, pretty cool cover. Now this is a very damaged book. This is Walt Disney's Comics number 88 from 1948. So this is a Golden Age book for sure. This one though, really water damaged. I don't know if I can even be able to capture that super well on the camera, but this has got like water damage all through the book, it looks like. Yep. And yeah, so especially you can see it up here. Yep. All through the book, there's a huge piece missing right there out of the cover. And yeah, just water damage everywhere. You can see the colors actually have bled, the red, because of the water damage to this book. Happy New Year, though. New Year cover. I would say this is probably a 0.5, just because of the sheer amount of water damage on it. That's what I would guess, but cool book to read. These are all copies to read for sure. This is another Walt Disney's Comics and Stories from 1948. This is number 90. Are we sensing a Donald Duck theme? I think we are. Maybe that's why I just like snap bought this, is because I just love Donald Duck. And these covers are great. Love the reds. Obviously, we got some issues for sure on the spine. Huge chunk ripped off right there. Spine looks like really split. I don't know if this camera's going to catch that, but big pieces out at the staples and a big split on the spine. So yeah, this is going to be like maybe a big subscription crease too. If you can see the big subscription crease running down the middle. So back in the day, you could like when books were mailed through the mail, they would just fold them in half and ship them that way. So you get these big subscription creases. So that's going to impact the grade as well. This is a very low grade copy. Lots of color breaks all throughout the red. But again, just a reader copy. I would say maybe a 1.0 if I had to guess as far as grade goes. Back to Dell. Don't know the number on this one, but it's Dell Walt Disney's Donald Duck. And this one is another, looks like to be a low grade just because of these really big swooping color breaking if you can see it, the color breaking. There we go. Big color breaking creases there, so that's really going to impact the grade. But yeah, reader copies, chunk missing out up top there, but yeah. Who doesn't love Donald Duck? And it just keeps going. Walt Disney's Donald Duck. This is Dell Comics number 300. It looks like there's actually someone stamped their name on this one. Richard? How dare you, Richard? I want to know your name and address now. Date stamps or name stamps very common back in the day because I've heard that, obviously I was there when this is printed. No, I've heard that people would exchange books, so you would just write your name or stamp your name so that you would remember, you know, whose books were who, or to get your books back when you lent them out. So yeah, just like kids, right? I used to write my name on the inside of books when I was a kid, but it looks like, wow, that's weird. The eye, I don't know if we can see this. It looks like someone cut out the eyes and like, yeah, let's look at this. See that eye? It's like not white because it's a different piece of paper. It's like someone cut out the eye and then glued on or taped on a replacement eye, like drew a replacement eye on a different piece of paper. I've never seen that before. It looks like they cut out the other eye, but kept the original and just taped on the original back on. So this is a very low grade book, but again, just a reader copy and a cool cover. Donald Duck on the high wire. Okay, this is Dell Comics. Again, don't know the number on this one. A lot of these, I'm not going to know the number on without taking them out of the bag. But Walt Disney's Donald Duck. We got a low grade copy. This is a black cover, and black covers are unforgiving, so we got lots of color breaking, lots of color breaks all throughout the book, but also pieces missing, so like on the spine, on the staple. But yeah. Anyone else big Disney fans? Let me know. Hey, something different. I thought it was all going to be Donald Duck. It is not. This is Dell Comics number 897. This is Walt Disney's Jiminy Cricket. Pinocchio, one of the worst Disney movies in my opinion, besides Black Cauldron. Black Cauldron is the worst, and I will fight people on that if you don't believe me. No, I'm just Black Cauldron is the worst Disney movie by far in my opinion, but Pinocchio, I never really got behind. I didn't jive with it, especially with the Pleasure Island whole turning into a donkey thing, getting swallowed by a whale. None of it. I just, but some of the bright spots, Jiminy Cricket, and what is it, the fairy? What's the fairy that, you know, when you wish upon a star, whatever. So, not all bad, but mostly bad. But Jiminy Cricket's a cool character. Let me know in the comments, what do you think of Jiminy Cricket? This is Dell Comics. Again, I don't know the number. This does have some pencil writing on it in a couple places, but this is Walt Disney's Chip and Dale. I love Chip and Dale. It took me as a kid forever to remember which one was which. Does anyone else had that issue? Because I just couldn't tell them apart until someone told me that Chip's nose was a chocolate chip. And that was the way that I forever will remember it once someone told me that. But there is writing, it looks like up by Dell. Someone wrote in pencil, and then there's writing in pencil right where my hand was in the bottom left corner. Someone wrote an X. So is this going to be as low of a grade? No, not as the other ones. This does have some staining, but overall, you know, it doesn't have the color breaking creasing and the pieces out. So I would say this one's a mid grade for sure compared to the other ones. So, but really cool cover. Love Chip and Dale. Great characters. They're always messing Donald Duck with Donald Duck. another Dell Comics 10 center Walt Disney's Chip 'n Dale. Really cool colors on this one. The yellow is very, very vibrant. It's crazy how books retain their colors so well when they're, and some of them still in pretty good condition. This one I would say is our best condition book so far. This one would probably be, let me take a look. Yeah, because there's no big color breaking creases or spine ticks. Corners look better. Obviously, there's some wrinkles that would press out. I would never press these books. I would read them, but this is probably a 6 to a 7, I would guess, in that range, just on first glance. But, yeah, Chip 'n Dale. And now we're on the Chip 'n Dale train because we got another one. I got another Dell Walt Disney's Chip 'n Dale. This time with a rabbit, because why not? That makes sense, right? Right? So, again, this one, a little bit higher grade. Not as high because it does have some creasing, like right here, and but yeah, a little bit of a soft corner down here. But I would still say this is like a 6 range, probably. Just cursory glance. Colors are pretty darn good. They're not as vibrant, obviously, as the yellow here. That's why I really like the yellow. That really stands out, right? But yeah. Cool book. This one, this is a very new book, or I say very new, much newer. This is a Whitman 35 center Walt Disney's Comics and Stories. So this is a Comics and Stories. For those that don't know, Mickey Mouse Magazine was the first. Well, I say first. That was like the main Walt Disney comic related book that they put out was Mickey Mouse Magazine. And then it switched to Walt Disney's Comics and Stories. So it went from a magazine format to a comic book format. And Walt Disney's Comics and Stories is one of the longest running Disney. It is the longest running Disney, but I think it's one of the longest running comic strips in general because it started way back, way back in the days with Mickey Mouse Magazine in the 30s. So yeah, really long running comic book. And Walt Disney's Comics and Stories #1 is a classic cover. You'll want to check that out. It's a really cool Donald Duck, and that's technically the first appearance of Donald Duck in a traditional comic book. So Walt Disney Comics and Stories do have a lot of key issues. So this is a cool run. This is not going to be a valuable book just because it is a 35 center, but someone apparently thought they could get $4.99 for it at one point, which I doubt that it's, well, maybe it's worth that now, but definitely not when that tag was made, because that tag was made a long time ago. But cool cover, Flying the Kite. Gotta love Donald Duck, Huey, Dewey, and Louie. And we're on to the last one, and that is going to be Gold Key Comics number 507. This is Walt Disney's Comics and Stories. Donald Duck with Huey, Dewey, and Louie. So yeah, eating the ice cream and popcorn while Donald Duck's trying to vacuum up. This looks like a better conditioned copy. Again, like the couple others that are like in that 6, maybe 7.0 range. This, at first glance, looks to be in the 6 to 7 range. There are the big issues are on the spine on this one, but they don't look like most of them are. Well, yeah, they do have some color breaking, but I don't know. Some of them look like they might be able to be pressed out. But other than the spine, looks pretty good. Yeah, the spine's the main issue on this book. But yeah, how many books was that? That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So I paid less than $10 a book, if I remember right. I just feel that's pretty good. Let me know in the comments, what do you think of the bundle, the Disney bundle? Was it a good buy? Was it not a good buy? I think that it's a good buy regardless, just because I'll enjoy reading them with my kids. But yeah, super cool. Let's set those back there, and let's get on to the main event, which is whatever slab I bought, which I do not remember whatsoever. What do we think it is? Let me know in the comments. Any guesses? Uh-oh. Your guess is as good as mine. At least it's packed well. That's all I gotta say. It feels like a magazine, because it is Yeah, it's definitely a magazine of some kind. Is it Disney? I don't remember. But it's a larger slab for sure. Maybe it's an old slab in a magazine case, or it's just a magazine. I have no idea. So much more. Oh, yeah. This is, yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. This is cool. I forgot that I purchased this. This was actually something my wife, cheap plastic bag. This was something my wife really thought I should get, or like encouraged me to get, because I have the other 3. And that is going to be Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 4. That's going to be in a 9.8 white pages, I think. Yeah, white pages. Wow, that's pretty cool to not remember that I bought to get, because I have issues number 1 through 3. For those of you who don't know, the first 4 covers were these larger, like magazine style books that had wraparound covers. Wraparound covers mean the art wraps around from the front to the back. So yeah, very cool. This isn't a first appearance of anything. The first appearance of the Turtles is obviously Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 1, which is right there. I'll grab that in a second to show. But the issue number 2 is first appearance of April O'Neil, and then the Mousers. And and the enemies, the little droid thing. If you play the video game, the original arcade Ninja Turtle video game, little Mousers was little droid things that ran around that you had to fight constantly. But yeah, so 4th book, not first appearance, so that's why I wasn't like for sure wanted to go out and buy it right away. But since I had the other 3, and the 4th kind of makes a set because it's this classic wraparound cover in the magazine slab, super cool. Is this damaged? No, it's not. Sorry, it looked like a crack for a second, but I think this is this the new? I think this is the old magazine slab. I'd have to compare. Let me grab. Yeah, this is the old magazine slab. So I'm gonna have to get this reholdered, or I'm gonna want to get this reholdered. Maybe that's something I can use my credit for that I have for CGC on. Even though I don't want to submit anything else with CGC, I do have a credit because they messed up my credit. So maybe I'll submit this book for a reholder, because the new magazine holders are so much better than the old ones. I will say that. But yeah, 9.8. Obviously super high grade. I did want, if I was going to get this book, I did want a 9.8. Just because since it's not technically a key book, since there's no first appearance, I wanted it to be as high as I could get. I think what did I don't remember what I paid for this. Maybe like 600, 650 something. I think maybe 650 sounds right. I don't know. I don't know. I think it's 650. Don't quote me on that. But that was around what if that's right, I'm pretty sure that was around what recent sales have been, maybe a little bit higher, because I didn't have to pay shipping or taxes or anything. So sometimes I go a little higher because I don't have to pay those. So if you did buy it for less on like eBay or an auction site, you have to pay shipping and taxes, and it ends up being $650 anyway. So, but yeah. So, just an example. Here's my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 1, the first appearance of the Turtles. This is at a 9.4 white pages. This is a 3rd printing. The first printing was such a limited print run. I think it was like 1,000 copies, where this one was like, I think the second print run was 3,000. Maybe this was 10,000, somewhere in that realm. But the first printing is so expensive. Like a 9.4 is like goes for $20,000 plus dollars. So I got the 3rd print, much more affordable. You can tell it's a 3rd print because the T, or is it the L? I think it's the T that still has the blood in it, where the first and second printings don't. Anyway, you can also just tell by the front and the inside of the book, and obviously CGC denotes what printing it is if it's a different printing, so it does say 3rd printing right there on the label. But if you can tell, it's that wraparound cover. So the artwork on the front wraps around to the back, just like it does on the 4th issue. So those are the first 4 issues. But super cool. Love Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This book is the one that started me down my comic collecting journey, because I just absolutely love the Turtles. They were like my favorite growing up. Let me know down below what your favorite turtle is. If it's not Donatello, you're wrong. No, just kidding. Donatello is definitely my favorite turtle. Always loved Donatello the most. But yeah, super cool to add Teenage Mutant Turtles #4 to my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles collection, and glad that I picked up these books. What do you think of the Disney bundle and the Ninja Turtles, you know, in a mystery box that we didn't know what it was? Pretty cool. Let me know down in the comments what you think of my pickups, and make sure to watch this video next.